Yes.
Okay, I hear that we are live and hopefully you can all hear me.
No, not yet, I think. Yes, now. Okay, go.
Okay, so we are live and welcome to the engineering call. As promised, we're doing an engineering call once a month to keep you updated and in the loop. We felt that it was very critical that we did one tonight to ensure you all understand what the fork is about and to give you an update what will be happening in the next month or so. But before I start talking about the fork and all the development changes and what we're about to do, I'm going to hand you over to Robert because I think he needs to give us an update with regards to the foundation. So handing over to you, Robert.
Yes, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. As promised, an update on the foundation, and it's actually taking a bit longer than expected. And that has to do with, some holdup that we faced in the process between the lawyer firm and the notary. After all, at the end beginning last week, we received the final, how do you say it in English? Concept. Wait, I forgot the word. Statutes, like the Articles of Association. So we received the final concepts from the notary, and we send them over to EO1 because EO1 wants to take a look at it, of course, and validate it before the foundation is set up with those documents. And he went through it. He talked about it with Bob, and they came with some minor changes that still need to be done. So these changes I have passed on to the notary and the lawyer at the end of last week. And yesterday I had them on the phone, and they were going to make these changes in the final documentation. So what happens then is, as soon as the changes are made, and tomorrow I'm going to make another call just to chase them. As soon as the changes are made, we read through the documents and we say in an online dashboard of the lawyer firm that we have read and that we accept the documentation. When that is done, then the notary goes ahead and sign on our behalf. And apologies from my side that it's taking a bit longer than expected. But yeah, we're dealing with other parties, with external parties, and sometimes it is what it is. The good thing about this entire process is that everybody is in the loop. EO1 is agreeing with how the documentation looks like, and also the terms and the conditions that are mentioned there. So yeah, we have a validation from everybody, and we're just now waiting on the final documentation to be signed. As soon as the signatures are set, then the foundation is established and live. And we can go ahead and reach out to EO1 to make the deposit. Once this is all happening, obviously we keep you all informed, and we will definitely celebrate this. So yeah, that's the update from my part.
So where are we going to celebrate? We're going to celebrate in the Netherlands.
Yeah. Obviously the foundation is going to be established in the Netherlands. With a celebration, I of course mean social media announcements with a lot of balloons and congratulations towards each other. But yeah, maybe we can also host a drink in the Netherlands. I don't know. Everybody has to pay for themselves because I don't believe that we should use the pre-mine for it. But yeah, obviously that we have to celebrate this one way or the other. I think it's a huge step for the project, to have a foundation set up to be able to use 300 million Electra for the further development of the project. Yeah, it makes us more powerful in and gives us so much more liberty to do what we believe is good to do. And what is also very exciting, and we will inform you guys, the community, later on about it, is how we are going to involve the community in voting for certain investments that need to be done, for example. So it's going to be really cool, really awesome. And in due course, we will inform you all. But first now, we wait for the final signatures to be put. And yeah, I'm an optimistic guy, and I like to say this is going to happen tomorrow. But I have learned this year that sometimes you want to promise something, and sometimes you are promising some things with the hope that everything is going as smooth as planned. You know, the ideal state. But yeah, we're dealing with volunteers in our team. In external parties, we also have to deal with the issues they face. So the optimistic me says that at the end of this week, everything is done and dusted. But I can't really say that. So I hope that it will be done as soon as possible. And yeah, in the next weeks that we can celebrate the establishment of the foundation. Over to you,
thanks.
Roel.
Yeah, I must admit, I'm looking forward to it as well. And, you know, as you said, it's a very important part of Electra, and going forward is having this foundation and having certain funds so that we can promote Electra in all different aspects. So really looking forward to it. Okay, so from my side, I'm going to try and do a bit of talking, so bear with me. I want to talk about the fork, and at the last engineering call, I think at that point in time, I said we were checking the code. It had just been handed over. So at this point in time, you should all know by now, we have implemented the code, all the wallets have been released, and everything is going forward. Now, there are quite a few questions around the fork. I think, you know, there's a lot of new people coming in that do not understand what a fork is about. So basically, I want to give a quick fork 101. So what happens is when you install the desktop wallet, basically you have the full copy of the ledger on your computer, and your wallet is called a node, and your node is connected to some other nodes, and your next door neighbor node might be connected to a few more nodes, and that is how you create the distributed network. So all these nodes talk to each other and verify using really clever algorithms to make sure that they are operating the way that they should. So there's a whole bunch of rules that happen on the nodes and the software that's running on your machine, and certain things like the block time, the block size, and all the different rules, the staking rules, all of that is coded and is sitting on your machine. So if someone had to go and download their own version of the code and make it slightly different, that node would be rejected, and basically a new branch would be forming. So if you think about it, a ledger is the data of all the wallets, and the transactions are encrypted into blocks, and these blocks are secure, so you can't break them. It's like a link from the beginning to the end, and you can't break that link at all, and it's sitting on your machine. So what happens is, we said we want to change the rules, the protocol of Electra, and we are changing the staking. We're changing the staking percentage, and there's a couple of other changes that we made. So that means if you have not downloaded your version of the software, your rule's not going to be the same. So what happens, what we do when we're going to do a fork? So we've got to say, okay, the fork is going to happen at a certain block. So we will program the application to run exactly how Electra is running at this point in time. So with the 50% staking and all the rules as it is. And then when it hits that fork, the rules change. So in the program, we're actually saying when it hits this position, this block, the rules are going to change. So when you download the new version of the software, you are going to carry on running as you would up until now. And you would be running up until exactly the same rules will apply. But when the fork happens, if you're not on the new software, that means you're going to be on a different blockchain to everybody else. So my advice, number one, to you all, make sure you have the latest version of the wallet now. It does not affect your staking. If you are 3 days away, 2 days away, 4 days away, 5 days away, it will not make any difference. But you do not want to be staking after the fork because you will lose your stake. So that is actually very important. So right now, a lot of you are on the Purple wallet, which we call the desktop wallet. That one normally has an automatic update. Okay, that is not running at this point in time. Hopefully we will get that sorted out. But what is important is that every single person that is running Electrum has a wallet on their computer or a server or anything you have created. You need to make sure you update it to version 1.3. Important. It's a very simple process. Our excellent support will help you through if you get stuck. But basically what we do suggest is that you back up anything, and that's just being cautious and just making sure everything is secure. Or you close your wallet, whatever wallet you are running, download it from our website, and then install it and start it again. Check that you're on the correct version when you run it. We have got about 5 days, 5.5 days to when the fork will happen. We cannot give the exact days or time. It's based on the block number, so we can kind of estimate when it will happen. But we're thinking Monday or so. Okay, so that's a bit about the fork. So that you all understand, we have developed 2 wallets. They are desktop wallets, so they run on a laptop or a computer or a server or a Pi. And we haven't got a mobile wallet at this point in time, so it's only the 2 desktop wallets that you need to be concerned about. So we have got what we call the Qt wallet. And for those of you who do not know what the Qt wallet, that is a wallet that is the older version of the what we could say the Bitcoin initial code. And it's just a plain gray wallet that you can use, and it functions absolutely perfectly. And then we've got the new user interface that we created recently, and that's the Purple wallet. And yeah, there is some confusion between the different wallets. They both are functional and can work. If you are used to crypto and then enjoy a little bit more, the Qt wallet is for you. If you enjoy something very simple, then the desktop wallet, which I think we're going to give a new name, and I've been told that we need to call it the Sky wallet. So anyway, at the moment I call it the Purple wallet. But I think that, you as the community can come up with, if you don't like the name Sky wallet or Qt wallet, we need to give our wallet some names so people do not get confused. That's the one thing I have noticed. So we don't have a mobile wallet, so it's just the desktop wallets. So if you have your ECA in an exchange, most of the exchanges are supporting the fork, and most of them have already updated the code or the code for the fork. So, but we do not suggest that you keep your ECA at an exchange. It's best to keep it on a wallet where it'll be safe. Remember, you own your private keys on your desktop wallet, so your ECA will always be far safer on your desktop wallet compared to an exchange. An exchange should be only a temporary measure when you want to buy ECA or sell ECA, which I doubt you will want to do. But yes, in case you want to sell some ECA. Okay, so exchanges, I would say that you should move your ECA off the exchanges. It is a risk. If you do not have a desktop wallet, or you don't have a laptop or a server or anything to install it on, then you're going to have to take that risk. So that is Fork 101. Okay, so I don't think I've missed out anything on fork questions. I just want to make sure Nash and crypto, if there's anything that I've missed, can you just mention? Otherwise, I'll move on to future projects. Okay, so that's fork phase 1. So as you all are aware, last time I said that we had to do some quality checks on the code, and we found that we need to do some core upgrades, the BTC core upgrade on our core wallet. And because of that and the atomic swaps, I decided to delay the atomic swaps so that we could make sure that it's properly tested and the correct upgrades have been done on our existing system, because there were a couple of things missing, and I was not comfortable to go ahead with atomic swaps, but we needed to go ahead with the new POS rules, staking rewards. So we will immediately start on phase 2, and I am looking at end of November for another fork. Do not quote me, but this is what I'm aiming for. As Robert said, sometimes we have the best intention. We want to go and reach that goal. So I will push as much as possible to reach that date, and that'll be basically when the atomic swaps should go live, sort of end of November. Yeah, so Nash said that we've got a frequently asked questions, especially around the fork that has been provided. If for those of you that are just Telegram users, Twitter, please, really try and come onto Discord. We have, Discord is more, there's more information on our Discord channel, because we've got basically rooms that we can assign different areas to. So we've got like a support room, and we've got frequently asked questions rooms and all that type of thing. So it's more organized. You can go in and, get help quite quickly. So give it a try if you haven't registered yourself on Discord. It's very helpful to come onto Discord, definitely. And the moderators are actually quite sweet on Discord, not mean. Okay, so the second phase of the fork, we planning, to get out at the end of November. And like I said, I'm hoping that the developers that I am working with will work with me and hopefully keep to the deadlines. Not like the first phase, we had quite a few issues with developers. So, often we have good intentions and we want to go forward, but there are hiccups on the road. But I know that the foundation as well will sort out some of those hiccups. So that is the fork. So you do understand, if you are on GitHub and you're seeing I'm pushing a lot of code, please, it's not me that's doing the coding in the background. I just had to clean up and merge and do things to make everything right. But I'm not a C++ coder. I can do a certain amount. I can look at code and I can help out. But we do definitely have a good, solid team behind all that coding. So don't stress. It's not me alone doing all this work. I want to reiterate, it is not just me. So hopefully now that we've got the correct code on our GitHub, people will start pushing the code directly onto that repository. Okay, so that is the fork phase 2. Mobile wallet. I have got I've got a front-end developer that's doing all the user interface, and we have got 2 React Native developers, 1 full-time developer that is working on a mobile wallet. So they are going ahead. I cannot give a timeline on that until I have spoken to the developer and we can work out a plan forward, but we are pushing on that one. And then, of course, ElectroPay, we have done most of the back-end development work on that. So it's just a matter of putting a few things together, and hopefully you will start seeing some more movement on our GitHub. You know, before the fork, there was quite a bit of a dry patch, but that will change. The fork did definitely create many delays in all the development, but we're back on track, and you'll see good progress happening there. Okay, and that is on the development side. And if you think we're not busy enough, we have a new website. You know, that's something that you can change every couple of months, you know, just redesign the whole website, you know, create something new. You know, we'd just like to create some work. We've got so many people in the community that just want to make things and improve things and make it better all the time. So that's exactly what we're doing. So we are creating a new website, look and feel, to just make it look good. So soon we'll have that one out. Once we've established some of the timelines of these projects, and we will come out with a new roadmap and white paper, so that we can show exactly where we are heading, especially for investors. They like to see that type of thing, that we do have focus, we do have ideas, we know where we're going, we know where we want to go to. So we definitely want to show that. So for us, ElectroPay is quite critical on the roadmap. And why I say that, because I'm getting lots of flack from Master Den asking me when, because he has this 10 billion company that is waiting and knocking at his door, and everybody in the community is behind Master Den asking him. So basically, if I do not finish ElectroPay, I will be in trouble. So yes, we just need to get that finished. The fork did delay. We apologize. We are moving ahead. So there you go. So that is why we cannot mention anything. You need to understand that the technology actually really needs to be in place, working solid, before, you know, we can start mentioning, you know, names like this. So bear with us. It is there. We're not lying. We are being very transparent in everything. Okay, and then please, before I forget, masternodes. When masternodes? Okay. So we've had a couple of discussions with regards to masternodes and the way forward for Electra, and there's different schools of thought here. So we actually thought this might be a fantastic opportunity for the community to come together, and I think I'm going to ask Asmoth to create a room on Discord. We'll try and create a process whereby the community can sort of almost vote why and explain, you know, what are the benefits of Masternode. Do your research. Besides the fact that you know, it's going to increase and make the network more stable, what are the other benefits of masternodes what are we looking at? What is the minimum price? Let's do some, business research and see, what's good for Electra. So I'm looking at the community for some answers instead of asking why. When masternodes, I am going to turn this whole thing around and ask all of you out there, why masternodes? Why must we implement masternodes? What benefit is it for Electra? So that is what I'm going to do with masternodes. We've had our internal discussions, and there's nothing really clear cut in decisions. So, this is a community-based coin, and this community does have a voice, and we want to hear your voice. So there you go. So that's masternodes. I'm sure we'll leave that to Asmoth to organize, and we can get that going as well. Okay, and I think that is everything from my side. As you can see, everything is back on track. We have delivered the fork, and I believe that everything at this point in time is going smoothly. I do apologize that the auto updates are not quite working. Yeah, so that's my hiccup. Hopefully we'll have that working soon, but for the next version update, I will definitely have it working. If there are any Electron gurus out there that want to come in and climb in and maybe just point where things are going wrong, please climb in and you can give me a shout. I need someone that's good with Electron and Travis CI scripts and all those fancy stuff that will help me. That's it. Is Master Den here? Yes, over to you.
Yes, I'm here. Hello everybody, this is Master Den. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick since days. That's why just my voice is a bit more thicker than usual. I have some news which you are aware already, and some, let's say, achievements. As you know, I'm looking after mostly for the exchanges as well. Well, this is part of my task. What we promised that we wanted to get listed on one of the bigger major exchanges, let's say mid-size exchanges, and Coinbase it was, and we got listed. I know most of you, you don't like the volume over there. We can understand it, but we are in talk with the exchange at the moment. What to do, what are the possibilities to increase the volume, because their interface is pretty well, but why don't we have any volume there? We are not sure, we don't know why. So just keep in mind that we are talking with them at the moment even to find a solution, how we can increase the volume and maybe just bring more awareness. The second topic is the coin deal. We thank to all community because we won the voting there, the listing voting, community voting over there. Since 2.5 weeks, we are talking with CoinDeal team. CoinDeal team will send us an agreement, and there's a foreseen of the listing mid of October. So before this date, we are preparing ourselves, and they are preparing their side as well, themselves as well. There will be a small promotion that I can just give you as sneak peek here. There will be some prize for the most volume bring traders over there. It will be maybe 2 weeks time. It will be a small competition, and the prize will be given to maybe top 3 traders. So you will hear the details later on about them. What else more about the exchanges? Okay, this one is the question from today. Coinbase. Today we received several requests from the community that Coinbase is accepting applications, and they will list coins free of charge. That's really good. That's fascinating news for us. Yes, we want to apply, but before we apply, we have to just finish a couple of homeworks. This is needed. This is necessary. We have to move strategically. So once we do our homeworks, maybe our website revamping, maybe some white paper revision, then we want to just go and apply to them because we will have a one bullet and we want to use it very well. This is let's say strategical thinking. Well, the fourth one is for sure these are not the limited from point of exchanges. We have more upcoming exchanges. We discuss and talk to several people. We have ongoing negotiations with some bigger exchanges at the moment. I don't know at the moment how these discussions will end up. I hope those will be positive. If yes, we will inform our community about this. And coming to partnerships, again, this 10 billion company questions coming up each time. Yes, this company and this partnership is still active. We are still in contact with them. So there is nothing negative. We just wait on the technical part of our development team to finalize few things, and then we will continue our negotiations with them. Not limited to this, during our recent engineering call, I think I just shared this info. We started talking with the fourth ATM manufacturer where they have already running around 30 ATM machines. These are installed and running. This is a totally different company. We are still in talk with them. Well, frankly speaking, this negotiation phase is a little bit slower than others, but still moving positive. So once we come to a conclusion with them and a certain agreement, we will also be happy to announce it and share it with our community. This will help us for the mass adoption in this crypto space. One news, maybe some of you may heard about it. Unifox did an agreement with one of the ECA investors. This is for Canada region, and this package, this agreement consists of 750 ATM machines and POS machines, and ECA will be integrated into these ATM machines and POS machines without any fee. So that was a really good, let's say, gift from our this member is Ladle. You may know him. Maybe he comes time to time. He's a businessman, and he's chatting in the main Telegram group. So the credit goes to Ladle at this point. I think until, or let's say during the next 1 to 2 years, we will see more and more ECA in the market and just distributed to ATM machines and maybe even shops and restaurants, maybe with the POS machines. We will see more and more. Well, overall are those which I wanted to tell to you. Ruru?
Okay, thank you very much. So as you know, we still work on exchanges all the time. It doesn't stop. We still, we work on sort of business proposals, partnerships in the background while we are doing all the technical development at the same time. So keep a lookout for any news. We are going to be pushing the fork news out quite aggressively because it is important that everybody does update their wallets. So I'm checking to see how many people are on the old version, and I'm seeing way too many. So you're all stressing me out for nothing. I've done all my work. Now it's time to do your work and upgrade your wallets. So hopefully I'll see a lot more wallets upgraded. And keep a lookout on Twitter. I've done an interview, which I will announce when it's available, and I shall be doing another interview on Friday. So then you can see me live on YouTube. So you don't just have to listen to my voice. You can see what this ugly goat looks like too. Yeah, and that's it from my side. Hopefully we will have a lot more news next month, and we'll try and keep you updated in between as much as possible. And please, everybody, if you know anybody that's got a wallet account, talk to your friends, make sure that they're all updated. Don't get stuck into this whole thing that you need to keep on the old version because you're just about to stake. I promise you, on the new version, there are plenty of people that have already got their stake, the 50%. So do not worry. And I did quality check the code, so I know it works. Now I just pray that nothing breaks. And so far, on that note, yeah, go, and while the price is so low, go and buy more ECA, please, because hopefully after the fork we rise like ECA should. So thank you very much for listening into this engineering call. Are there any questions? Doesn't look like it. Hopefully everybody's upgrading their wallets.
Someone's asking maybe guide for Pi, maybe Raspberry Pi. That?
Okay, the Raspberry Pi guide, that one.
Yeah.
Yes, there's the documentation is almost complete. So if you go to the support and you ask there, they will hold your hand through the whole process. I know a couple people have already have upgraded. I'm not too sure if that is the case, but I did see someone this morning asking for help, and there's a step-by-step instruction on how to do it. So I know it should be quite simple. So yes, we have provided updates for every single channel possible, or every operating system that there is.
Any other questions? Yeah, that is the new wallet, 1.3.
Okay, I think that's it. If you do have any questions, I will look. I'll be visible on Telegram and Discord, so I am there. You can always just tag me. Normally, I'll just pop in. If I haven't answered any calls in the last 2 weeks, I do apologize, but I was pretty forked out. No, I'm joking. Okay. Then we'll see you all next month. Thanks and goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.